My check one two, my check one two three. I can hear me. Can I hear you?
Yes, sir, ski.
All right, J.A.B Nation, we're back and better than ever. So, today me and Jalen want to talk about sports because we haven't really talked about sports in a while. Well, we kind of did like a couple episodes ago, just a little bit. But so I guess I want to ask Jalen first, who for the girls, I haven't really been watching the boys honestly, but for the girls, for women's basketball, college basketball, who do you want to win the championship? Who do you want to win and take it all? And
Uh,
also like, because we kind of like in the middle of it. We like in the final four. So who did you want to win like in the beginning?
hmm
Before like the brackets kind of started,
yeah.
and like now it's like to the final four. Like who you want to win now at the out of the final four?
Okay. So in the beginning, I kind of already had South Carolina beating everybody just because, bruh, I love Don Staley, bruh. And I've been a big fan of SC since Asia Wilson because that's my favorite WNBA player. So like just SC, I just knew like how they lost last year, and we was talking about it how they lost last year to Caitlin Clark, kind of waving off Raven because Raven really couldn't shoot the three ball that well, and she kind of waved her off. And how they lost last year to Caitlin, I think they was ready to come back with vengeance, with what I'm saying, better swagger. They got more pieces, more depth, and so I think this year they gonna really take it all. And who I got now, SC. I mean, I haven't really switched up. They haven't gave me a reason to switch up. Now on the other side, like UConn and who they gonna face, I thought LSU was gonna be the other side, but LSU ended up losing to Iowa. So it's like, well, that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So now UConn and Caitlin Clark. So I mean, out of that match, before I get into that, who do you have? Who did you have winning? Like who did you have like, in the beginning and who you have now?
I mean, like in the beginning, I was kind of like choosing between South Carolina and LSU,
Yeah,
just because I just felt like LSU had the momentum to win again, win some more.
yeah,
So because they didn't lose a lot of players, like they still had Flage, they still had Angel Reese,
yeah,
type stuff. So I was really pulling for them. And South Carolina, I've always been like a fan of South Carolina just because of like Dawn Staley, and she's just like a really good coach. Like, just some good coaches like Don Staley and what's the guy for UConn? Is it Gino?
Gino, yeah,
Yeah, like
Gino,
they're just really good coaches.
yeah,
So and kind of another question, well not really a question, but I was expecting, UConn, LSU, and South Carolina to definitely be like in the final four or even like, the Elite Eight.
yeah,
Because, I just, those are just some teams that just really have momentum right now.
yeah,
But as far as like the final four who I want to win, who I want to take it all, I want South Carolina to win.
yeah.
Um, I just like my favorite player on South Carolina is Malaysia for Wiley. I really love her
Mm,
gameplay. And there was another player, I can't remember her name, but she's a really good like defensive player. I
uh,
can't remember her name at
what's
this
her
moment.
number? Cause I know like the players, their number or something. Cause you got Watkins, she number two.
Yeah, Watkins. That's
Yeah,
who it was. I was about to say it was either two or zero, but
yeah,
I like her. I also like Pow Pow. I do like Pow Pow. She's a really good shooter.
yeah. Papa nice.
But
I'm a big fan of
I
Camilla.
are you are
Camilla Cardoso, yeah, in
yeah,
the
the
paint.
center. The
Big
center.
Diesel, Big Diesel, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
like, I like, I like the inside, yeah,
Yeah, I like them. And I think the reason why, I kind of like Malaysia is because she's a freshman and she's
yeah,
doing big like she,
Yeah.
if she, I have a feeling she's gonna stay all 4 years, and she's gonna be like a really good staple for that
Yeah.
team. And she's gonna be a really good person to like build the team around, as
Right.
seniors leave and mm, you know, she shifts up from a freshman to a sophomore to a junior, so have incoming freshmen. So I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of the freshmen can probably incoming freshmen can learn from her.
Hmm.
Because she's already good, and it's just like when you have someone who's already good, like at the beginning, it's like it's only up from here for real. It's like how
Okay.
much better can she get? You know what I mean? And it's just like
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see how how much better she can get. And it's kind
Ooh.
of weird to think about because she's already like really amazing. And it's just kind of like
Okay.
how far is she gonna take it? Like there's no
Yeah.
limit. And I just think it's kind of exciting to see something like that. So
Ooh, that poses a question. Like, who you think was the? I don't want to say who was the best freshman, but like, which freshman, if you were watching, like, really caught your eye? Obviously, you said Malaysia, but like, who else? You know what I'm saying? Besides, because like, I have a lot of other freshmen that came in and really turned up. You know what I'm saying? That really did big
I
things.
can't remember her name, but I think she was number 0 on South Carolina. I can't remember her name, but she's like light skinned. She had a ponytail. Man, I can't remember her name.
Oh,
I be remembering
South
them.
Carolina.
Yeah, she's a freshman too. And
Papa. Is it
no,
Papa?
no,
No, that's not Papa.
I don't think Papa was a freshman.
I don't know. Oh, number 5, Williams. Is it?
Um,
Is I don't know. I don't know. I
Women's
might be tripping.
basketball
Cause I know
number 5. Let me
you said
see.
light skin with a ponytail. I
It
think that's
is
Williams.
no number 5. It says Tessa Johnson.
Oh, Tessa Johnson. My bad. Yeah, mixing up names, bro.
Tessa John. I think that's her. Tessa Johnson. She's a
Tessa
guard, number
Johnson.
5. Didn't I say number? No.
You said 0.
Is there a number 0 on that team?
Cause I thought 0 was Papa.
How 0 is Papa. I got them confused. They both
Okay.
light skin. I'm sorry. Um,
Light skin.
Pow Pow is number 0. She's a senior, but Tessa Johnson, number 0. I mean number 5. She's a
Yeah.
freshman.
Okay.
She really turned up. Like
No
I like
cap.
her.
She
She's
did.
another freshman that caught my eye.
She did. I think a freshman that really like stood out for real was Hidalgo from Notre Dame.
Uh-huh.
She's bruh, short guard, but like feisty, bro. Like I'm talking about, she averaged 3.5 steals a game, or I want to say 5, if I'm
Hmm.
not mistaken. She'd average in between 3.5 to 5 steals a game. You know how
Hmm.
active you have to be on the defensive end to do that? Like you don't get tired for real. That's that Patrick Beverly energy. I would have been tired by the first minute. You know what I'm saying? But like I think she caught my eye. Obviously they didn't really, get to make it that far, but she really did. She really did her big one for real. And then Juju Watkins, USC, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that girl averaged 30. She's a bucket certified. You know what I'm saying?
She is.
Stamp, all that. Presidential, all that. Like she really did her big one. And I want to see where she gonna go because man, the ceiling, she ain't even got a ceiling, bro. Like it's the sky's the limit, bro. Not even the sky, the space, the galaxy, because what she did just scoring wise, like getting to the bucket, nobody really kind of messed up her rhythm. She still got hers, shooting deep threes, mid range, layup, everything, combinations, everything like was great with her this year. You know what I'm saying? Some teams got the best of her, but like, most teams didn't. And I want to see where she gonna go. Just as for Malaysia, man, that layup pack is crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That layup
Still,
pack,
still, still package crazy.
ooh, bro, what? I
She be
ain't,
stealing the ball. So
I'm not gonna lie, like the behind the back rap, chicken wrap lay, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. On P, like she be doing that in traffic, like behind the back in traffic with the fillet fish finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The fish fillet from McDonald's. She finishing for real. So I mean, I'm so excited to see where, you know, their careers go. And obviously, speaking of those four, you know what I'm saying, or those three names, like we're talking top three picks in the draft whenever they come out, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be great to see. And now you being somebody who played the game, like, you know what I'm saying, high school and really hoop for real, like, and really tapped into the game, like, where do you see now? Where do you see women's basketball going? Because right now it looks like this is the time where women's basketball could literally take that, you know what I'm saying, that next hop, that next leap because of the talent that we have. You know what I'm saying?
Um, I feel like women's basketball is going to go into a direction that's, I want to say more agile, more agility. And when I say that, I mean like doing more flashy stuff to
Hmm.
get like the attention of like an audience because, people want to be entertained
Yeah.
and, you don't really see that often, someone of a girl getting shifty, like Malaysia for a layup package for real,
Yeah.
shot creator for real. Um, and there's been more women that I've noticed that are dunking, so that
Yeah.
I feel like that is something that I'm excited to see. So it's not that women aren't good because they can shoot, they can pass, they can do this, da da da, but it's just like the entertainment kind of skill. I don't want to say Harlem Globetrotter, but just kind of like basketball with like entertainment, like a dunk, because you really don't see that for real, or like a shifty pass or something.
Yeah.
Something that brings like another element to it that you usually see in men basketball do. I'm excited to see that happen for female sports. And I feel like if that happens,
Hmm.
more people will pay attention to female or women's basketball and
Yeah,
more ticket sales and stuff like that. So I feel like it's needed.
for sure. I mean, just the way it's been ramping up, like now you have more, social media is playing a big part. And now I think a lot of women athletes, and rightfully so, are taking advantage of their NIL, name, image, and likeness, and really are doing something with that. Like, I think the NIL and everything of that sort, especially for women's sports, is, I think, benefits them more, in my opinion. Obviously, we're talking uh the men, obviously they get bigger endorsements, bigger money, you know what I'm saying? That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But when I say like NIL was better for the women, I'm saying like just to get them to another level, to show the game, you know what I'm saying? To show that
Mhm.
they can play, that they can compete, that they can do everything on the highest level. Like, I think a lot of people didn't understand and didn't see, like, can women really play at the highest level, or without the dunks, without the, like you said, the flashiness, and or can they do the flashiness and dunks and whatever. And we're starting to see a generation of women now that like shoot the three ball, like even in the league. Sabrina Ionescu shooting the three ball like she does, you know what I'm saying? Asia Wilson in the post, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing. You got the girl that played for the Dallas Wings, I can't remember her name. She tough, number 24. And you got all these women that's really, you know what I'm saying, like that, but they wasn't getting the exposure that they needed. Now in college, and I think in the pros, they got shoe deals, you got, Instagram, all this stuff, Reels, TikTok, all your social media, chat snap, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like all these youngins, on these phone apps. But like
On the chat snaps
the
and the
ch-
Twitter books and
books,
the
the
Facegrams.
tactics, and the, you know what I'm saying, like all these youngins. But nah, like just for the women to get the exposure that they're getting now, I think it's really escalating the game. And you starting to see that even we're starting to watch more women's games than the men's. At least for me, I know like I've always been a fan of the women's games, but like now I'm like huge fan, and I'm starting to see the recognition that women's sports is getting because of, what I'm saying, what they're doing. They're really, what I'm saying, really skillful. They're showing their talent, everything they on TV, national TV, and now on the biggest stage with the Final Four, you got four of the best teams, what I'm saying, competing against each other. Where you got your Malaysia for a while is your Caitlin Clarks, your Paige Beckers, um, all your other players like Camila Cardoso, Raven Johnson, your Pow Pow. Everybody is really doing their thing on the highest level, but they got 10 million, 8 million, what I'm saying, and views and watches on ESPN, on everything. So it's like, wow, you're starting to see the evolution that the women are really taking advantage of this time and space that like really is gonna set that next level for them, what I'm saying, the next step for them to see where they're gonna go next. Right now is, I think, is a cooking pot. Like, okay, what can we do in this moment of time where we have the recognition, we have the fans, we have everything? What can we do in this little pot of time to boil it together and put it on a plate and present it to like whoever you need to present it to, sponsors for, what I'm saying, WNBA games to get them paid more, whatever. You can literally mix it in a pot and present it and just be like, look what our game is bringing. Like the views, the this, the that, like the names we got, the people we got playing this game. Like we should be getting, what I'm saying? You get leverage from that. So I'm kind of happy for women's sports in general, not even just basketball. You got everything else. Like they really doing their thing. So you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see where it goes. It's gonna be awesome. Yes.
I agree. I agree.
Man.
You have
Uh,
anything else you want to say about sports?
uh I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to talk too much about the men's. They kind of messed up my bracket. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Oh,
care
one
about none of
thing
them.
I want to say, because you are an Alabama fan, how you feel about, Alabama taking some strides this year?
I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna be a real Alabama fan. I wasn't paying attention to them at all. You know what I'm saying? We just football, like roll tide. We football though. I wasn't really worried about what I'm saying, Bama and basketball. Now I did like on my brackets, I had them going far because uh being the Bama fan I am, like I'm gonna put Bama in there. Like I'm not just gonna, oh, Bama so no, like I just seen Bama make some strides like in past years. They just could never get over the hump. And I thought this year, I didn't know the team. I didn't watch them enough to know the team they had. So it's like, all right. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on them, but I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at Auburn. Auburn disappointed me. They lost to Yale.
Right.
They lost to Nerds. I ain't gonna lie. What I'm saying? No offense, bro. Yeah, bro. It's hard to get
Uh,
into Yale. Yale, y'all smart. Y'all all that. But no, not basketball. Like y'all not supposed to be here. Anyway, like Auburn lost to them. And that, I think, from that point on, I was like, okay, let's see who else gonna do something. And all the top teams, like all the time, Kentucky lost to Oakland. You had a lot of big games that really just fell through to, what I'm saying? So it's like, but UConn winning back to back though. I ain't gonna lie. If we beat UConn, if Alabama beat UConn, Alabama winning it all. And I'm gonna say that right here. So when it happened, when Bama win it all, I want y'all to know that I said it right here. True Bama fan. But if we lose, what I'm saying, I wouldn't say I did see it coming. But what I'm saying, I'm gonna put faith in Bama to say like it's gonna be a good competitive game. But like I don't know what UConn did this year like they did last year, but they lost pieces and still had the same, what I'm saying, drive to get here. So I think UConn really turning it up a notch. On the other side, who playing on the other side? You know what I mean? I don't know who else playing.
I'm gonna
Like,
be honest, I haven't been watching the boys. I just
oh,
been watching the girls, to be
yeah, the
honest.
girls been my top. Of like, I've been, what I'm saying, doing the girls stuff. But like the men's side, I think it's NC State and I don't wanna. I don't know who else on that side they playing. Like, it's NC State and somebody, but like you, NC State and Purdue. Man,
Hmm.
Purdue should have been lost. Tennessee messed up my bracket too. I ain't gonna lie. I had them beating Purdue. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do anything with Purdue. So like now I'm hoping NC State beat Purdue. So then when like UConn win or Bama win, like whoever win on Bama and UConn side gonna win it all. But just because like them boys been playing different basketball as far as what I've been seeing and what I seen. Like them boys been playing
Okay,
different.
so I got the bracket right here. It's NC. So tomorrow for the men, NC State plays against Purdue,
Okay.
and then for the other side, game tomorrow is where Alabama plays UConn.
Woohoo. Yeah.
So
I think Purdue is so I don't think they that good. But I mean I can't say that. They got to the final four, so but like I think they so cooped up on Zach Edey, that tall dude, like, but he scored 40 in the game against Tennessee. So like he's something to deal with. But I haven't been watching the boys. Like I said, I think the only game I watched for Bama was the Clemson game because they
mhm.
was like Clemson and Alabama always gonna find a way to play each other, either football or basketball. And so I was like, okay, let me watch this game. And Bama like did they thing. But other than that, bro, I really haven't been watching the boys. The girls been on the topic of my discussion. You know what I'm saying? I'm still kind of mad at the bracket though. Like I had a lot of teams winning. To the teams that lost, you know what I'm saying? Y'all messed up my bracket kinda. And I don't appreciate that. If we had a redo, y'all need to do better. But you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I ain't gonna get too much in that, you know what I'm saying? We gonna think happy thoughts. But I just think college basketball, college sports in general is just at an all-time high. Like in this moment of time with just I don't know what's going on with this year and everything like that. Even with football, not the, you know what I'm saying, it's different. It's like a different feel. Everybody's, it's not the same team winning all the time now. It's like anybody. Like this year, Michigan won. Never nobody probably didn't even see that coming other than Michigan fans every year. But
Mm.
like Michigan won football. You got like last year, LSU was on the top of the mountain. They baseball team and they girls basketball team won a natty. This year, you got freaking UConn that won the natty last year coming back to see if they can win the back to back. Women basketball, you got SC, you got Caitlin Clark, you got Paige Buckers, you got the biggest names in women basketball that's playing against each other in the final four. It's like, yo, it's a lot of things that's going on right now. It's like college sports is in its peak, and I'm here for it. Like it's beautiful, and now like baseball has started up, so I'm watching that, and it's been beautiful, man. I've been enjoying it. But like, yeah,
I want to talk about something about like the athleticism of men and women. I understand like genetically, like biologically, men are stronger than women,
yeah,
but I'm just trying to figure out why a lot of women, and then this also has to do with like height too, because usually genetically, like men are taller than women,
yeah.
but like women don't really dunk for real like that compared to men. And then when women do dunk, it don't be like 360 windmill behind the leg. I
Yeah,
mean, behind the back, between the leg. It don't be like that. It's usually some type of like
rim
two
grazer.
hand is either like a one-handed dunk or a two-handed dunk. Real simple, basic layup package.
What that beginner package they give
That
you? Yeah,
beginner package off of 2K, and it'd be like, I'm like, what
yeah,
is it? Because um I just looked at um what's her name? Ashlyn Watkins on South Carolina.
yeah.
I just looked at her dunking, like she was doing some dunks or whatever.
Yeah.
She did like a very basic, like, you know, one hand,
Two
two
hand.
hand dunk.
Yeah.
And then the other dunk she did behind the back, but it wasn't in the air. Like she dribbled and she was still running, went behind the back, then jumped and dunked
Oh,
the
okay.
ball. So I'm just like, okay, she's 6'3". And
Yeah.
then what's the name of that other guy that won a Mac McClung or whatever?
Yeah, Matt McClung. Yeah.
He's 6'2". He's an inch shorter than her. And he was doing mad crazy stuff during the
Yeah.
NBA dunk contest and he ended up winning it. This girl, I mean, she's
Oh,
taller than him,
gosh.
not by much, but it still helps. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, why? Because in my mind, because I'm short, but if you can give me like a goal that's like compatible with me, not
Yeah.
9 feet tall, whatever, I can be doing some stuff. It's a matter of like being like athletic and doing certain
Yeah.
things with your body and like, hand-eye coordination.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, why women don't do that? Like I'm just trying to figure I don't you never see
I
if
don't
you
know.
ever seen if you ever seen a woman's like dunk contest,
Yeah.
it's not no spins, it ain't no in the air between it's none of that.
Nah, it
And I'm
ain't.
like, maybe it has something to do with like
It's probably just the genetics of it.
hand. I don't know. I was like, maybe it has something to do with like the ability to grip the ball in order to do all that stuff. So
Mm.
maybe men have bigger hands, but I don't know. It's
Yeah,
still like Candace Parker. Her hands is probably just as big as any of these NBA players. She's just as
probably.
tall as, but she don't do any like flashy little dunks. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, why? Because me,
Um.
if I had those genetics, baby.
Oh.
I'm definitely my layup package would, I mean, not my layup, but my layup package, but my dunk package definitely will be up there.
I don't know. I just don't think women like focus on that. Like I think when I say that, like I don't know. I don't think they focus on their legs like that. Obviously, like running wise, yeah. But like as far as to jump, like some dudes really like work on stretches, calf raises, all that stuff, like to get their hops better. I think like some women just don't really be caring, like, or don't really care about that. They might hit squats in the gym on off season and stuff, but like as far as, and plus you gotta work on it. Like you have to like literally work on dunking. But if you don't work on it, or if you don't even attempt to try, or even because where I guess dudes learn how to dunk like that, like the coordination and stuff, is on like 8 foot rims, like the rim in my backyard. Like that's where they learn how to dunk and really really get up there. And if you can do that, because your imagination take you places where you can do anything you want to do on your own size goal, like the goal that's at your height. And then once you get older and you grow, like that's when it translates to, you know what I'm saying? It translates over. But I don't think girls are doing that like at the age of
Bruh.
15,
I'm like,
16.
they need to do something. They need to take their behind to a trampoline park and practice
No
on
cap,
the little
like
go or something.
no cap.
Like that be pissed me off. Don't nobody want this basic package. Don't nobody want none of this or the one hand. Don't
Yeah,
nobody want
like
none of that's base. Don't nobody care about that.
I don't know, bro. Like I
And
can't really
then
tell you.
when they dunk, they don't like when I see a dunk, I want the cock back, bent knees. That's what I want. I want you to go up there like you Russell Westbrook. That's what I want to see. Your body should not be looking like this when you dunk.
Straight up and down, boy. Straight up and
Straight,
down.
they go straight up and I
Straight up
hate
and down.
that. You might as well just shoot a layup. The layup got more
What?
form than the dunk. Like, come
What?
on.
Straight up and down. No movement whatsoever, boy. Just
Be
straight,
pissing me off.
straight. Any other movement will miss the dunk. Any other movement, bro.
Like,
I just
oh.
don't know. Like I would just bring it down to genetic code, bro. Like I just think because
I mean, I get it, but it's like if a woman still I'm just saying like genetically, like I'm just saying like a woman probably has to work harder to get there because they're not as
Yeah,
tall, their hands not as big, or like they're not as strong. But when I say genetically, I just mean like a man probably don't have to work as hard to do it, but it's
yeah.
not impossible for a woman to get there.
Nah, it's
You see
not.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it's like men biology is like on that side, so they have to work as hard. I'm not saying men don't work hard, but it might come easier to them or something like that.
yeah.
But just because it might not come easier to women, that doesn't mean it's impossible. And I just don't see any of them working on that. But if I had the height, I'd definitely be in my
Well,
backyard doing drills.
you're starting to see it more like because some
That's
women are trying to get. I mean, you see some girls like even shorter than Watkins, like shorter than her, like starting to see some in high school that are start they working on it. You
mhm.
see them like getting it in games. They started doing it in games and do it more and more. It just take the right group, the right song to really just work on it. And if they work on it enough, I think they'll be able to. Now, it'll be a minute before they can do East Bays and behind the back in the air over somebody. But like, I feel like if you work on it and you do it at a young age, I think it'll transition to where you are. So I think we're gonna see like some, you know what I'm saying, maybe a little caught back, maybe a little windmill here and there, you know what I'm saying? We might see a
Yeah.
little upgrade to the dunk packages for some girls, but like
Yeah.
most girls in the game are short. So like,
But like even like okay, I get what you're saying. Like I 100% agree when you say that just men just work on it. But if you ever seen like like before the game when men and women warm up,
yeah,
it could be a tall girl on the team just as tall as another guy, but she ain't doing no dunks doing a warm up. But if you have the guys when they hit that height, when they feel like yeah I can dunk, they want to like do it
yeah,
it's the whole thing about like practicing and wanting to have the desire to and trying and working at it. Like females, even if you're a girl and you tall, you don't really see them do that doing warm up. But
yeah,
guys, oh yeah, they doing it. Even if they short, they still trying to do it. It's this
you know what I'm
desire to
saying?
want to. I think
Yeah,
that's what it is. But
I just
do
hit
you
a
have
win.
anything else you want to talk about?
You know, I just want to say I hit a windmill dunk in a basketball game today. You know what I'm saying? I went crazy. You know, off the you don't look like you believe me, but I mean it was off the shot though. Like it was a putback dunk windmill, boom for game. You know what I'm saying?
On 2K?
Nah, nah, this is real life. This today.
No.
This real life. Okay, it might have not been a dunk, but it was like a layup package. It was like the windmill layup. Like
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, why this
yeah.
man tries to lie to y'all, I'ma always tell y'all the truth.
Nah, nah, like I'm not lying. It's just not really speaking facts for real. But anyway, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta still believe me. Believe in your boy. I can really dunk. Back in my heyday, I could dunk for real.
Okay, he's starting to his age is showing, talking about some hate. Anyway, everybody. Thank you, J.A.B. Nation, for rocking with us. Cue the
Yeah.
music.
Sir.